Hi guys, I'm finally here. It's really been a while since the last time I've uploaded my video to my channel, and I think I said I will upload the second part of that sketch video, but I think I forgot. I totally forgot, so I'm sorry about that. I will try to upload that later. And today I will bring you guys a new piece of work. Is that here? Yeah, I think it's pretty beautiful. I like it, and I will try some new workflow at this time to use more 3D in it, and I think the result is pretty good. Uh, today in today's video, I'm probably going to talk about two topics. The first one is about the story behind this piece of work, and also something about the mindset and. Nothing is suggestion. I don't think I'm even a little bit legitimate to give the suggestion about mindset. It's just what I think and what I've been through recently. Another topic is a quick breakdown about the process and what I'm trying to do recently. So let's start from the first one. Actually, from the beginning, this piece of work is really not like this. I think in the end, I will change the topic to giving this girl a new heart, so she can have a new point of view about the world and have more hope in her heart, and she can face her life in a better way. But at the beginning, what I'm thinking about the story is actually a girl trying to exchange her heart with an electric heart with an artificial heart. So it's more. I think is when I was doing this piece of work, my thought has been changed a little bit. So I turned this piece of work to a more positive way. But at the beginning, it's actually not. At the beginning is I think I can find this picture. It's more like this. It's exchanging her heart with artificial electric heart because probably she don't really like her life and there's so many problems in her life. Actually, it's more like my feeling. So she's going to exchange that with artificial electric stuff because she maybe is more like me. So it's because maybe I don't feel comfortable to facing some of the things in my life or just some bad feelings. I prefer to skip the story, and yeah, and it is. But in the end, I think I'm finally find a way to kind of like seeing the world in a better way. So actually, I think I told myself something is like something doesn't you don't know something doesn't you don't know something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So you don't have to be sad or pain because you don't know it. Let's say you are lost in a forest and you don't know how can you get out of there, and you are trying to find the route to get out of there for a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days. You don't have food, and maybe there's some water, but there is no food. So you think you are already trying to find a way to get out from there for maybe a pretty long time, 4 days, and you still can't find a way. So you're probably starting to feel hopeless and despair, and you kind of starting to give up on your life. But the truth is, and you probably feel maybe the route for get out of there just doesn't exist. So yeah, I think that is probably what I'm previously feel sometimes, not always, but sometimes. But the truth is actually, I think it is yeah, it is the truth is the way for you to get out of that forest is always exist. You just don't know it. You just don't know it. You all of your bad feeling is not because the root doesn't exist. It's because you don't know where it is. You are trying to find it for a couple of days, so you feel hard to find it, but it doesn't even relate it with the root exists or not. It probably exists, but all of your feeling comes from the lack of knowledge of where that root is. It's not because it doesn't exist. So what you have to do is just keep find the way and stick with it. And another thing I told myself is what you don't have today will be what you have at tomorrow. So you just have to spend more time on it, and you will finally you will get there. And I think probably some of that thought is comes from kind of like comes from what happened recently. Maybe it's not maybe recent. Couple of months ago, one of my friends is passed away, Mike Nash, and I think I don't know, just like sometimes I think we can't see the hope in our life. Sometimes we're struggling. Sometimes bad things happen in our life, but and then we can't see how can we change it. How can we change our life? What is the plan for us to do that, and how can we do that? Sometimes we can't see that way for us to change our life. There is no solution about that. But and then so we feel so uncomfortable. We feel so despair. We feel so depressed. But none of that feeling is because the solution doesn't exist. All of that feeling is because we don't know what is the solution. And the solution probably exists. Is just out there and waiting for us to find it. And we can't find it. And we can solve the problem. We just have to stick with it. So probably that is my thought behind this piece of work. And I gave that mindset to myself to help myself. So I hope myself can be better in the future. Yeah, that is probably the story behind this piece of work. So next, let's talk about the breakdown about the process. So at the beginning is a sketch about my idea. There's a girl and she's exchanging her heart. Yeah, the story at this period of time is still pretty sad, but I see actually this piece of work really cost me a big amount of time, and it's because I'm also have so many other work, and I can only work on this at the weekend. Maybe sometimes I can't even work on this at the weekend. So that really cost a pretty long time for me to finish this work. That is kind of why the topic is changed, and I used that 3D to build this girl, and put it into Blender, and starting to do the modeling. I try to spend more time in Blender, so I can practice on that to become more skillful, and I try to do as many stuff in 3D as possible. So I think software is just about practice. It's just about how many time you spend on it. It's just like a video game. I think there's some when I was playing a new video game for maybe lower than 15 hours. I'm just pretty bad on it. I'm just learning, and but once you play that for maybe 100 hours, there's guaranteed you will become better. So the better way is just to practice more, spend more time on it. So I try to build everything, to build as many stuff in 3D as possible. Actually, I can finish this cable in photo bashing, and maybe that is even easier. But I'm just wanted to practice to learn how to do this in Blender. So I did that in Blender. But there's still so many stuff I don't know how to finish in Blender, and probably I will going to learn that in the future. And yeah, this is the 3D, and I did 3 different rendering. This really cost me a lot of time because the circle is pretty slow. Yeah, I use circle to render it, and because I can separate that into different layer in Photoshop, so it will be helpful. And then I'm starting to do the photo bashing. Is this okay? This is naked girl. Is that okay to show on the video? I'm not really sure. Hopefully it's okay. It's art. Yeah, I skipped, and I'm really worried about if that stuff will be censored on the internet, maybe at our station or other place, maybe Instagram or other place. So I designed this stuff to cover the special part. Yeah, I'm trying the different color, and as this part is mostly designing the photo bashing. Actually, I try to leave the 3D as many as possible, and what I'm photo bashing is just about this detail. It's all about the detail, so I can keep the 3D at there, and same as here. What I'm doing just this the most small detail, and you can finish this in photo bashing much faster than 3D. I think if you're going to do this in 3D, that really will cost you a pretty good amount of time. Like this stuff, I think it's crazy, and also this stuff is really, you'll be dead to build all that stuff in 3D. But if you can finish that in 2D, is much faster. Yeah, and until now, until this one, the design is basically finished, and I'm starting to draw the shadow and do the rendering, the lighting, render the light, and use the texture. It's called lens flare texture, and I bought that from internet, and I put it there to put it together, and add some dust in the air, and adjust the color, adjust the black and white label. Yeah, basically that's it. And add my name basically, and copyright on it. Basically just my name. Just I feel maybe I think maybe this is easier for people to find me, but I don't want to leave my name out there. Yeah, basically that's it. It's a pretty fast video. Yeah, and see you guys next time.